Allen Iverson. The complicated and interesting financial saga of Allen Iverson highlights not just the dangers of unexpected fortune, but also the possibility of redemption and future preparation. Iverson was a standout NBA player whose skills on the court brought him great money, including a hefty lifetime contract with Reebok. However, his post-retirement financial difficulties highlight a number of significant problems that are typical of elite athletes. Excessive spending and way of life. Iverson gained notoriety for leading an opulent lifestyle. In addition to lavishing money on automobiles and jewelry, he also had a giving nature when it came to friends and family. He had a reputation for taking large groups of people on trips and paying for their expenditures. Though commendable, such charity can easily drain even the largest of fortunes if not handled with caution. Inadequate financial administration. Iverson's financial problems were also further exacerbated by a lack of prudent financial planning and guidance. Like many athletes, Iverson was unexpectedly wealthy at a young age and lacked the financial knowledge to handle large sums. His short-term satisfaction was compromised by actions made in the lack of reliable financial advisors, endangering his long-term financial security. The trust fund for Reebok. A crucial component of Iverson's financial story is the trust fund that Reebok established. Reebok placed a portion of Iverson's earnings in a trust that can only be accessed when he's 55, as part of a lifetime endorsement arrangement. With an estimated value of $32 million, this fund offers both a financial safety net and another opportunity for financial security. It highlights the value of systematic financial preparation and is a unique instance of a long-term financial safety net in athlete endorsement agreements. Financial literacy lessons. Iverson's narrative provides both a lesson and a warning. It emphasizes how crucial financial literacy is, particularly for those who unexpectedly become affluent. Important actions that can assist in preventing financial errors include speaking with qualified financial counselors, learning the fundamentals of investing and saving, and making long-term plans. An expanded occurrence. It's crucial to remember that Iverson is not alone in his experiences. Due to a combination of excessive spending, brief career durations, and a lack of financial foresight, many professional athletes experience comparable financial troubles once their careers end. This pattern indicates that athletes require more financial planning and education than previously thought. In conclusion, Allen Iverson's financial troubles serve as a metaphor for the struggles that numerous professional players encounter. Although his story has particular details that are exclusive to his circumstances, the fundamental ideas are shared by all. His endorsement agreement with Reebok includes a trust fund, which gives rise to some optimism and teaches us the importance of financial planning and foresight. Iverson's story highlights the vital need of financial literacy and careful planning by serving as both a cautionary tale and a tale of possible redemption. Dorothy Hamill. Dorothy Hamill's financial problems and eventual comeback serve as a reminder of the challenges athletes may encounter in making the shift from success and competition to financial security in their personal lives. Her experience highlights the significance of preparation and wise decision-making and throws light on the more general problem of financial management among athletes. After winning an Olympic medal and having a prosperous amateur skating career, Hamill became a professional. She performed in ice performances during this period of her career, including the Icecapades, which she bought in the early 1990s. Even though she was well known and had some success at first, Hamill had serious financial difficulties. Hamill had a fantasy of owning the Icecapades, but it proved to be an expensive endeavor. In an era of shifting entertainment tastes, the show was having trouble drawing viewers, and Hamill's attempts to breathe new life into the brand eventually backfired financially. Personal setbacks compounded the financial hardship. Hamill faced additional difficulties as a result of her melancholy, which made it more difficult for her to successfully manage her career. Her divorce also put further burden on her finances, making her already unstable financial condition even more difficult. Her ice show firm, Dorothy Hamill International, declared bankruptcy in 1996. This lawsuit represented a low point in Hamill's post-Olympic journey and dealt a serious blow to both her professional and personal lives. Not only was the bankruptcy a financial hardship, but it was also a public spectacle that damaged her reputation and morale. Despite these obstacles, Hamill has shown incredible resiliency and willpower to overcome hardship. She put forth a lot of effort to restore her skating career and financial situation. Through teaching, commentating, and taking part in skating competitions and TV shows, Hamill made a comeback to the public eye. Due to her personal and financial hardships, she's an advocate for mental health awareness and financial education for athletes. The experiences of Dorothy Hamill serve as a potent reminder of the difficulties that athletes may encounter in juggling their personal and financial obligations once their competitive careers are over. It emphasizes how crucial it is to understand finances and make plans for life beyond sports. Hamill's inspirational story of perseverance and healing is demonstrated by her capacity to overcome hardship, start over in her life, and carry on improving the sport she loves. Antoine Walker. A former professional basketball player, Antoine Walker, went through a tremendous financial downturn after quitting from the NBA. Walker, who was born in Chicago, Illinois on August 12, 1976, enjoyed a prosperous basketball career that lasted from 1996 to 2008. During that time, he played for a number of teams, including the Minnesota Timberwolves, Boston Celtics, Dallas Mavericks, Atlanta Hawks, and Miami Heat. His 2006 NBA championship win with the Miami Heat was the pinnacle of his career. During his NBA career, Walker made over $110 million, more than 4 times the average salary for a player in the league at that time. He was in serious financial trouble even in his first year of the league, when he was just 19 years old, despite his high income. A number of things contributed to his troubles. He disregarded the advice of his financial advisor. He had a taste for luxury. He was overly giving to friends and family, and he had suffered significant losses from real estate and gambling. Among other extravagant expenditures, he upgraded his entire family to live in multi-million-dollar residences, had driveways full of fancy cars, and never wore the same fashionable suit twice. Walker's financial plan involved purchasing over 140 homes on Chicago's South Side. However, it backfired during the housing crisis, resulting in loan defaults on which he served as a personal guarantee and a loss of land value. The financial disaster of Antoine Walker is a complex story of quick wealth creation followed by an equally quick and catastrophic financial downfall. A few crucial actions and choices were at the center of his financial collapse. Spending and lifestyle. Walker had an extravagant lifestyle that included buying multi-million-dollar mansions for himself and his family, keeping an extensive collection of high-end vehicles, and dressing in fashionable apparel. He was renowned for his generosity as well, frequently paying for elaborate presents and outings for loved ones. Given the erratic nature of a professional athlete's career revenue, his luxurious lifestyle was unsustainable. Investment losses. Walker made large real estate investments in addition to his extravagant lifestyle and luxury expenditures. In an attempt to create a real estate empire that would secure his financial future, he possessed more than 140 properties in the Chicago region. Unfortunately, his timing was off, and his assets suffered greatly after the collapse of the housing market in 2008. Walker discovered that he was personally in arrears on loans, which caused him to suffer significant financial losses. Walker was also well known for his propensity for gambling, which over time cost him a sizable sum of money. His losses were a part of a greater trend of poor money management that pervaded his life after the NBA. Bankruptcy. Walker's 2010 bankruptcy filing marked the apex of his financial problems. He recorded $12.74 million in obligations at this point, compared to just $4.28 million in assets. Walker was compelled to sell off a number of his possessions, including his NBA championship ring, as part of the bankruptcy procedure. His personal and financial difficulties peaked around this time. Walker has shown resilience and reflection in the face of his financial problems. Since then, he's made an effort to start over and has advised aspiring athletes on responsible money management while concentrating on financial literacy. By telling others about his experience, he hopes to save others from repeating his mistakes and to emphasize the value of financial planning, the perils of careless spending, and the necessity of properly understanding and managing one's investments. His story highlights the importance of financial planning and education, especially for those who amass substantial fortune quickly. Lessons on the necessity of financial literacy, the dangers of speculative investments, and the significance of living within one's means can be learned from Walker's path from affluence to financial ruin and back to stability. Evander Holyfield. The tale of Evander Holyfield is one of victory, tenacity, and the risk associated with sportsmen's financial success. Holyfield was born in Atmore, Alabama on October 19, 1962. He was raised in a large family and discovered boxing as his passion and escape at a young age. A contentious disqualification at the 1984 Summer Olympics served as the pinnacle of his incredible amateur career and only strengthened his resolve to be successful as a professional. Holyfield, who became pro at age 21, rose through the ranks fast, winning the cruiserweight belt before going on to become the unchallenged heavyweight champion of the world. His fights with boxing greats like Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, and George Foreman were global epic stories that enthralled audiences. Holyfield obtained the highest level of boxing success by an unwavering work ethic and an unbreakable attitude, which earned him the moniker "The Real Deal." The financial disaster that befell Evander Holyfield is a clear example of the delicate balance that exists between extreme wealth and financial vulnerability, especially for high-earning athletes. During his boxing career, Holyfield amassed an estimated fortune of over $500 million, but he had serious financial difficulties that ultimately led to a painful and public downfall. Several important categories can be used to identify the underlying causes of Holyfield's financial problems. Excessive spending. Holyfield had a reputation for living a lavish lifestyle. His 109-room Atlanta house, spanning over 54,000 square feet and featuring a private theater and bowling alley, came to represent his extravagant spending. His assets were heavily depleted by the upkeep of such a property, a fleet of fancy cars, pricey jewelry, and a sizable personal staff. Bad investment decisions. Holyfield's financial difficulties were additionally exacerbated by investments that did not perform as anticipated. Like many athletes, he made investments without doing enough research or taking sustainability into account over the long run. His riches were wiped out in large part when these assets went bust. Child support requirements. Due to Holyfield's fatherhood of 11 children by 6 different women, he has hefty child support requirements. These obligations increased his financial pressures, especially once his boxing career peaked and his income started to fall. Poor financial management and advice. Holyfield's situation was not unique, in that athletes are frequently duped by dishonest financial consultants. His financial losses were caused by consultants who mismanaged his assets and either did not act in his best interest or lacked financial aptitude. Legal and commercial conflicts. A number of court cases and commercial conflicts also reduced Holyfield's fortune. Settlements and legal costs can add up rapidly, particularly if one's sources of income aren't as steady as they once were. When Holyfield started to lose his assets, it was clear that these problems had reached their peak. In 2012, his cherished mansion went into foreclosure and was auctioned off. His financial chaos was further demonstrated by claims of unpaid debts, which included unpaid loans and landscaping costs. Holyfield's financial crisis was a sharp contrast to his previous position as one of the wealthiest athletes in the world. It emphasized the ephemeral nature of riches, as well as the vital importance of sound money management and financial literacy, particularly for those who amass substantial amounts of wealth quickly. Holyfield's financial difficulty story serves as a sobering reminder of the value of prudent investing, smart financial planning, and sustainable spending in order to avoid the traps associated with mismanaging wealth. Marion Jones. Marion Jones, once hailed as one of the fastest women in history, witnessed her glittering career implode amid controversy, severely affecting her psychological and financial well-being. Jones was an exceptional athlete from an early age, and her track skills predicted a bright future. Although she won 5 golds at the 2000 Sydney Olympics, she lived up to those early forecasts. However, controversy overshadowed her accomplishments. Jones was engulfed in a complex financial dilemma that stemmed from the consequences from her admission of using steroids and the subsequent removal of her Olympic medals. The consequences were harsh and swift. Overnight, Jones' sources of income that had previously included expensive endorsements vanished. She lost millions of dollars in potential revenue as a result of contracts being canceled and sponsorships being withdrawn by companies like Nike, among others. Her legal struggles made the financial blow even worse. Due to allegations that she had lied to federal authorities about using steroids and participating in a check fraud operation, Jones was forced to pay high legal fees, further depleting her funds. Jones' admission of using steroids in 2007 signaled a sharp decline in her status. She was found guilty of lying to federal authorities and was given a 6-month prison sentence. This not only damaged her reputation, but also made her financial problems worse. Losing her Olympic medals was detrimental to her marketability and future earning possibilities, in addition to her legacy. The sporting industry is notoriously cruel, and her accomplishments being stripped away destroyed many of the chances that former winners have access to, such as speaking engagements, appearances, and sponsorships. Following the scandal, Jones made an effort to start again in her life and career. Albeit off the track, she pursued other interests, such as writing and basketball, where she played for the WNBA's Tulsa Shock, and autobiography. On the right track, from Olympic downfall to finding forgiveness and the strength to overcome and succeed. She made these efforts as part of her quest for financial security and a makeover of her public persona. Her collapse had financial ramifications that went beyond missed endorsements and legal bills. They affected her personal life as well. Jones' $2.5 million mansion in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, was in danger of going into foreclosure. It was a physical representation of her sharp decline from the height of athletic achievement to financial hardship. Her foreclosure was a clear indication of her financial difficulties and a sobering reminder of the intimate relationship that may exist between an athlete's financial well-being and their public image and professional success. Jones' narrative serves as a sobering lesson in the transience of celebrity and the potential for financial devastation resulting from personal and professional errors. Her journey from Olympic heights to public shame and financial ruin serves as a stark reminder of the value of sports ethics and the dire consequences that can result from compromising it. Even if she makes an effort to move on, the consequences of her previous deeds still hang over her legacy, acting as a sobering reminder of the high price of lying and the difficult path to forgiveness. Terrell Owens. Known by his initials T.O., Terrell Owens was a professional wide receiver in American football who played in the NFL for 15 seasons. In addition to his brief tenure with the Seattle Seahawks, Owens is well known for his time spent with the San Francisco 49ers, Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys, Buffalo Bills, and Cincinnati Bengals. His career was distinguished by remarkable skill on the field. At the time of his retirement, he held multiple NFL records and was selected to the Pro Bowl 6 times. Nevertheless, scandals surrounding Owens' career were also well known. These included his extravagant touchdown celebrations and open arguments with players and club management. Even though Owens had a great career and made an estimated $80 million during his time in the NFL, he had serious money problems following his retirement. Several things contributed to his financial crisis: bad business endeavors and investments. Owens made a number of high-risk business endeavors and real estate investments that did not work out as planned. This included financial investments in Alabama's electronic bingo entertainment centers, which were declared unlawful and closed. Expensive lifestyle. Owens' financial resources were greatly depleted by his maintenance of an ostentatious lifestyle, which included buying expensive jewelry, automobiles, and residences. Child support payments. Owens owed a significant amount of child support since he had multiple children with various partners. His payments were formerly said to be nearly $45,000 per month, but as his NFL salary dropped, that amount became unaffordable. Financial advisors' mismanagement. Owens said that managers and financial advisors misled him, causing him to make unwise financial decisions. This comprises investments that, despite his advisors' best efforts, produced large losses rather than huge returns. Lack of money literacy. Owens did not have a good money management experience, similar to many athletes. Due in part to his ignorance, he was unable to properly handle his high income, which ultimately caused him to become bankrupt. Owens' financial predicament serves as a reminder of the difficulties that many professional athletes encounter as they move from their athletic careers to retirement, particularly when it comes to handling their money in the absence of a reliable source of income from their competitions. His predicament should serve as a lesson on the value of sound financial advice, wise investing, and the dangers of living a luxury lifestyle beyond one's means. It also emphasizes how important it is for professional athletes to plan for their long-term future beyond playing sports and to get reliable financial counsel.